Hello, Unionville Chadds Ford community. My name is Mike Audevard, and I'm the principal of Hillendale Elementary School. And I'm here with Cliff Beaver from Pocopson Elementary School, Michelle Lafferty from Unionville Elementary School, and Danielle Clark from Chadds Ford Elementary School. And we wanted to share with you some information about the elementary virtual learning schedule. So what we're going to do is walk through some of the core pieces of the schedules and look through the schedules for first through fifth grade, for kindergarten, and pre-first. And the whole point is to give you an idea of what the day is going to look like for our kids as we go through virtual learning. So as we structured our virtual learning days, each day is going to have a combination of daily synchronous and asynchronous instruction. Now, there may be some days that have more asynchronous instruction so that teachers are able to participate in some professional learning time and hone their skills in order to deliver content most effectively to kids. But a combination of time with the teacher and time working independently will be built into each of our days. That's going to mean time for whole group instruction with teachers, small group instruction, as well as some individual time built throughout the day. Independent and group work will be completed digitally and using physical materials. We recognize that kids can benefit from working on their screens, but also some time off the screens and working with physical materials in front of them is really important, especially for our younger learners. Teachers are also going to be able to and be accessible to their kids throughout the day. Students who receive other services from other support teachers in the building will have that time built into their schedules. It's also important to notice that the focus on the beginning of the year is really going to be a lot on community building, developing routines, and establishing rules and expectations, just as we would if we were in the brick and mortar setting. So while the schedule on the first few days of school may look a little bit different as we get into those routines, know that everything that we're doing is with the goal of getting to efficient, effective instruction and support for all of our kids.
Thanks, Mr. Audevard. Hi, everyone. I'm Cliff Beaver, principal at Pocopson Elementary, and I have the privilege of walking you through this sample illustration of a typical student schedule in grades 1 through 5. We're hoping that this video and presentation will try to shed some light and give a little clarity as to how your individual child will follow his or her schedule. So if you look at this chart here, as Mr. Audevard said, our focus is going to be that establishing that learning community. It's going to be as challenging as ever this year in a virtual environment. So our schedule is, as you can see in the grades across the top there, we'll start every day with a morning meeting. We felt this was really an important piece, and listening to feedback from the spring, there seemed to be space for building in more opportunity for students to connect with each other and their classmates and their teachers. So this will be a time for community building and teacher-student check-ins, perhaps a review of the day's plan, and other administrative things such as taking attendance and other activities as directed by the teacher. And then as the morning rolls on, you'll see just in the beginning there, each and every day, the children will start out with their core subjects, either ELA or math. And that block will take them through the balance of the morning. Now, this time is going to be primarily what we'll call synchronous time, although there are opportunities for asynchronous work during this block of time. This will be when students may be involved in whole group instruction as guided by their teacher. They might be in breakout rooms in their teacher's Zoom classroom working together. They may even also be working independently on some asynchronous work as guided by their teacher as well. We felt it was important that our youngest learners are involved in these core subjects early in the day when they're bright-eyed. We felt it important to be as consistent as we could to help you and your families organize your daily schedules. So in the middle of the day, everyone's going to have the same lunch break opportunity from 12 to 1. And then you see the schedules vary just slightly throughout the afternoon across the grade levels. And I do want to say that your child's individual schedule may vary slightly from this sample schedule, but only as far as the specific time for specials. And that's going to vary very slightly depending on the number of sections in a given grade level in a given school. But pretty much this sample illustration is going to be as your child's schedule will look. So you can see that we're going to have science and social studies, what we call content area in the elementary schools, and specials every day. It's important to understand that that presentation will be both synchronous and asynchronous on a bit of an alternating schedule. And a really important piece here is that specials will be delivered in a new way. This year, our virtual setting prompted us to restructure schedules for specials such that when your child starts school, first day of school is going to be an A day. We are going to be going to A day special. And actually your child's going to go to that A day special for the first 5 cycles, or essentially 30 school days. We hope that that brings a little bit of consistency and ease to follow, as opposed to trying to catch up to multiple specials teachers on a daily basis. So your child will go to special and science and social studies immediately following lunch if you're in the younger grades. And you can see what the 3rd through 5th graders would be doing following lunch. And every grade level has this block. And this is what we will call office hour block for teachers, and also opportunities for ELA and math small group. And this is a really important time that specialists that Mr. Audevard referred to will be trying to schedule opportunities to meet with students receiving support services throughout the building. We're going to end each day with some asynchronous work time, as you can see there, for students to wrap up the day's expectations, perhaps prepare for the next day, perhaps watch videos that have been lined up by their teachers in their seesaw learning environment. I hope that that this description of the schedule makes it a little bit more clear, and you will see your child's schedule specifically very shortly.
Thank you, Dr. Beaver. Hi, everyone. My name is Michelle Lafferty. I'm the principal at Unionville Elementary School. I wanted to share some information with you about kindergarten schedule because it does look a little differently. Students in kindergarten will participate in daily instruction synchronously and asynchronously following an A through F day cycle. Please keep in mind that synchronous instruction can include whole group, small group, and individual work between students and the teacher, while asynchronous instruction can include independent or group work completed digitally or with the physical materials that will be provided to you. Kindergarten students will follow AM and PM schedules depending on their class assignments. Students attending the morning session will begin their days at 9:10. Students attending the afternoon session will begin their days at 1:05. Teachers, whether they're in the AM or the PM session, will begin the day with the morning meeting and the calendar within an English language arts block for about 60 minutes. The students will then move to math for approximately 30 minutes. Both English language arts and math will integrate science and social studies within. During these learning blocks, which is approximately an hour and a half, please do not get overwhelmed by that. There will be some asynchronous work in there and some other things and some movement breaks because we know they are in kindergarten. But the teachers may do some whole group, they may do some small group. There might be activities on Seesaw, or they might be using the physical materials that we provided to them. Then at about 10:40 for the morning session and 2:35 for the afternoon session, there'll be an opportunity for office hours, which could also include some small group work and participation in related services, which my colleagues have talked about. If the students are not participating in a related service, then there could be some asynchronous work. During certain times of the year, kindergartners will participate in specials. Could be music, library, technology, or art. These will be 30-minute periods. In the morning, it would be about 11 o'clock. In the afternoon, it'll be about 3 o'clock. And then the kindergarten virtual schedule will end at 11:45 with some asynchronous time even before that, right after special. If they do have special that day, they'll have some asynchronous time. And then also in the afternoon, they'll have some asynchronous time before they end their day at 3:40. Please do not feel like you need to remember all of this. You can refer back to any of this information that we provided to you in the continuity of education plan, and the kindergarten teachers will provide you a schedule that could be slightly different. I also wanted to echo Mr. Audevard's comments that the teachers will be checking in, especially in kindergarten. They'll be checking in with the students throughout the day. They'll be building the routine. They'll be helping them. They'll be putting in lots and lots of movement breaks. So I do not want you to feel overwhelmed by this. Our teachers are spectacular and they will help the students through this process. Teachers will be given time to collaborate and work together, and that is how they can help the students succeed. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Lafferty. Hi, everyone. Danielle Clark at Chadsford Elementary. I'm so excited to welcome our pre-firsters to Chadds and Unionville Elementary. And as my colleague shared, the schedules are very much mimicking one another. And pre-first, being that it's a unique situation for our students, they get to be a part of building a classroom community and get that little gift of extra time. So in our pre-first schedule, we start off the day with building community and spending lots of time in our morning meeting, where students will be able to engage with one another, talk about the day, and really outline the expectations of how the day will go. From that point on, our students will participate in a block of time for ELA, science, and social studies that will be integrated, as Dr. Lafferty said, for the kindergarten schedule. After that opportunity for students to participate synchronously and asynchronously with lots of opportunities for check-ins, build-in breaks, and time on screen and away from screen, our students will then translate into math. During that math block, the students will also have the opportunity to participate in small groups, work synchronously, asynchronously, and have the opportunity to break out with the teacher and to do a lot of large group and movement breaks throughout that time. With this schedule across all grade levels, we will also have lunch from 12 to 1 o'clock where students can take some time away from screen, reconvene with their family, enjoy some outside time, and find a little ways to take a break in their day and get some energy out and refocus their time for the rest of their afternoon. So our pre-firsters will come back to us after lunch from 1 to 2 o'clock, where they'll have opportunities to work with their teachers through office hours, go to related services that they might need, or even have some opportunities to work through ELA and math and small group instruction times for giving each student exactly what they need in a digital environment. We'll have opportunity then to go to special, where our specials will, as Dr. Beaver alluded to earlier in the presentation, our specials will be for over 30 days with the same specialist teacher, where they'll really be able to connect with that teacher and understand the expectations for learning different areas of music, art, gym, and health, phys ed, and technology. From that time on, our kiddos will have opportunities for ELA, science, and social studies again. And at the end of the day, there'll be asynchronous work time where they can wrap up their school day with any activities that perhaps they didn't get to, maybe come back and revisit some things that they would like to go into a little bit deeper to get a better understanding, and be able to have some time to just digest the day and enjoy what they've learned and really connect and learn and build that forward and enjoy their day. So we really are so excited about welcoming our students back into our schools. We wish that we all could be here together in person, but this is the next best thing. And I know that we're going to be a wonderful community together, and we'll be here every step of the way to help you along.
Well, thank you, everyone. I hope this talk and being able to go through the different schedules was helpful as we prepare for the school year and wrap our heads around of what a school day is going to look like. Needless to say, this is a very different start of the year than ever before. That being said, some things are consistent. Our communities are so supportive. Our staff and teachers are tremendous, and our kids are just wonderful. So I know that we are going to have a great school year ahead. Please know that we are here to support you. So if you have any questions, don't ever hesitate to reach out to the schools, to the principals, to the teachers, or to whomever may be able to help in your respective buildings. Have a great rest of your day and a great start to the 2020-2021 school year.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.
Thank you.